The Boys Season 4 finale, an episode that earned a 9.3 out of 10 in IMDb. So today, let's analyze the 3 secret things this episode did perfectly that you probably didn't even think of, but also the one main flaw that completely stopped it from being a 10 out of 10. Baby girls, the first reason behind its perfection, it's basically an hour-long collage of acting masterclass. Every single moment is a great acting moment, which made it so engaging for us viewers to watch. For example, 10 minutes in, Homelander's pure rage coming out at his son, it was insane. His teeth are so clenched up and his mouth moves almost robotically. It's insane.
Come here now.
You could just feel the tension in his face because of all these other moving parts. But besides Homelander, even characters who are usually more reserved, in the finale, they were sure to let it all out. Starlight, for example, had so many great moments. Starting with subtle ones, like her face losing all emotion 3 minutes in, because we could now see that it actually wasn't Starlight. The fake mask was starting to slip, and this really sudden change, it was wow. It turns the entire show from a superhero show into like a psychological show where I'm like, whoa. On top of that, 11 minutes in, when she's playing a double role, it's even more impressive. The doppelganger itself was so energetic, so jumpy, gave a little bit of a snarky vibe, while the real Annie was a lot more stunned and used her eyes. So Aaron Moriarty actually intentionally playing them in 2 different ways, that right there was so key. But let's get even juicier, guys, because another amazing moment is from Firecracker, who gives off maybe one of the best subtle acting scenes maybe in the entire season, maybe. When Homelander forced her to sit further away from him, it starts off with just a little sad smirk, some eye batting, but then notice this part, how her eyes slowly looks away from Homelander and then looks back at him. Whoa, holy crap, yo. This little gesture itself made the emotion hit so much harder. You can just see the eye tracking back. Oh, I didn't include her in my full acting review video, but after seeing this, she definitely has some potential to make it on there. Next, if we talk about Claudia's performance, who plays Newman, it was also phenomenal. 18 minutes into the episode, when Homelander exposed her for being a soup, the way she's trying to balance her corporate happy face while that nervousness slowly creeps in through her eyes, it's fantastic. She widens her eyes, her nose twitches just at the very end, and how her mouth is just opened left at the end. It truly encapsulated how this moment must have felt for someone getting exposed on live TV. But now, before we move on to the second reason behind the show's success, let's lastly talk about Kobe Manif, who, if you guys didn't know, is maybe the most underrated actor in the entire show. She plays Ashley, and as you guys know, I'm such a great actor now, totally duh. So every day I've been practicing the Ashley, look at me. Watch this. Ashley, look at me. Yeah. Let me know if you guys think that's good now. Yeah. But for now, let's look at this moment 28 minutes in, when she finds out the 7 want her dead, but she ends up giving herself Compound V. Instead of the Homelander route where you twitch all over the place, you give off all these different expressions, she chooses to keep her face very still in this moment. It's this very stiff look, and she holds this face like she's constipated all the way until she falls down. It looked so real and natural, and that's what made it such a great scene. Add the fact that she was balding, all the weird sound effects, and it turns into a beautiful masterpiece. But now, the second reason behind the finale's success, let's talk about emotional storytelling. We've all seen that one episode of that one show where nothing progresses and nothing pulls us in. Well, I'm happy to tell you this episode is everything but that. On average, every 4 minutes in the finale, we were onto a different person, a different story. There was actually no chance for us viewers to even click off. On top of that, every time we did move on to someone else, they were all genuinely important, significant moments. Huey and Annie was important because we were thinking, is Huey gonna figure out that's not actually Annie? What's this fake Annie's plan? Like, what is going on? So it was a huge curiosity loop in the beginning of the episode. And then the whole rivalry between Homelander and his own son, that was so hectic because he's the only one that can actually kill Homelander. So when Ms. Grandma comes in 23 minutes in, now we're left at this big whoa. Is he actually gonna switch up? And I don't know about you guys, but I personally thought he would actually switch sides at this point. Like, Butcher told him he did everything to his mom, all the bad stuff, and he still ended up sticking to his father, which was actually weird. Additionally, the whole plotline with Vic Newman was so refreshing because not only did it throw an obstacle in the middle of the episode, it provided a chance to finally see some emotion come out from Victoria Newman, an actual human side, and not some political little puppet. She's finally yearning for some help. She's calling Hughie. She's like, okay, maybe I don't want to do this. Things are going too far. Homelander daddy is scaring me. But once again, this could also all just be a trap, so nobody really knows. That was great. Finale has great acting. It has great great storytelling, what could the third secret thing be? The third secret reason behind the 9.3 score is the insane moments in the actual episode. Something to shock the viewers and make the episode a memorable one. For example, Victoria Newman's death. I actually like this one because I wasn't expecting her death right in this moment. There was still some time left in the show, and I thought maybe she would betray him first and then there would be some switcheroo, but Butcher just kind of walked in, became an octopus, and just handled business so nonchalant. Also, this scene 31 minutes in, where the team finally puts the pieces together and discovers that Annie is a doppelganger, it's so good because of this new type of cinematography. Look at the really up close angles, the actual angle showing his fidgety hand. That was so innovative because I don't see them do it that much. And on top of that, we already discussed the scene, but if we go back to the interview scene, that one really kept me on my toes because it was kind of like the Homelander speech. This was on our actual live TV and our president's eyes went to this. Whoa. Whoa. And these moments really helped keep everything juiced up. So why is this not a perfect 10 out of 10 episode? The specific thing I didn't like about the finale is the last little 10-15 minutes, the actual ending. I made a TikTok recently where I ranted about how the beginning couple episodes of season 4 were kind of filler and boring, and some comments replied and said, oh, it's because they're building up for the finale episode. Build up, build up, build up. But I really felt like the build up was up here and the finale ending itself was kind of just down here. And the best way I can explain that is think about the net results that came out. The net results were Victoria Newman's death and some soups getting arrested. In season 3, there was a great build-up for Soldier Boy the entire time they rescue him, they bring him back, and the finale was so great because everyone comes together. There's high risk, there's high stakes, big explosion, everything. Wow, great come up, great build down. But in this one, even with Victoria's death, it was so anticlimactic. It happened in this little abandoned storage room and just kind of that's it. There wasn't really a big fight going down. And you'd really expect Victoria Newman to go down with a fight, something like what? And something a lot of people are saying that I actually really understand. They're saying this season was a build-up for the final next season, which makes sense. They couldn't do huge dramatic things because they had to save all the juice for the final season, but I don't know, it just left things a little bit lower than they could have been. So although it was great hearing an Asian girl scream for the first time, no, Frenchie, no, I could see why it wasn't a 10 out of 10. I actually want to know, let me know what you guys give season 3 finale and also season 4 finale, because these two definitely had some difference. Now that the show is done, you can watch this long 26-minute video where I break down every actor from the show and how they truly started their journey. Besides that, make sure you subscribe. I love you so much.